forecast right now, we're obviously, the National Weather Service is still finalizing their forecast, but you guys are obviously in close contact with them. How are you guys preparing to make sure that the airport can stay open with possible ice, sleet, mix of wintry weather? How are you guys preparing?
So we are ensuring that we have all of our equipment topped off. All of our equipment is checked out and ready to go. All the materials that we need for treating runways, taxiways, and the roads are in stock and topped off. And then practicing with the equipment to make sure that the teams are proficient in how they will operate the equipment this year.
What is some of the equipment that we're looking at behind us here?
So we have snow brooms, we have plows, and we have new equipment that we bought on this year that will enhance our ability to clean runways and taxiways quicker. It's called multifunctional equipment.
How much did you guys spend on this new equipment?
We spent over $3 million to bring this equipment in to help us enhance our operations.
Why is it so important? Obviously, last year, when we had that snow event come through, there was an emergency on one of the planes, which shut down one of the runways, and then the other runway became impassable for a period of time for takeoffs. Why is it so important to be prepared and have this new equipment to make sure something like that doesn't happen?
Because we don't want to experience that again. We want to be better than we were last year, and our ability to keep our runways and taxiways open to keep aircraft moving around the country. And this is a centralized focus for how we do that. We ensure that our crews are ready with this equipment, and this equipment enhances our ability to clean runways faster and also provide more coverage. So we're ready to get those runways and taxiways back open and available for aircraft movement.
When will that start? When will these trucks get out there and start on the runways?
So when the conditions change to where we have ice or snow on the runways, they will start running. We'll actually start having treatments as early as 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon before the precipitation comes in, so we're prepared and we get ahead of it. And then when snow actually or rain actually comes and it freezes over, this equipment will be out there.
Is there, I just lost my train of thought, with being such a major airport, but we don't normally deal with snow, ice, and wintry weather, does that make it more difficult to make sure your crews are ready to go in situations like this, where maybe once a year they have to deal with something like this, or maybe once every few years?
So the challenge is they're not doing real world conditions most of the time. So what we try to do is train them as much as possible, get them in the equipment, get them out here so they're really familiar with the route, they're familiar with the equipment, and they're comfortable in the equipment. Even though they don't use it in real world situations most of the time, they're getting comfortable with it.
How many pieces of gear do you guys have? Obviously with 5 runways, all the taxiways, how many pieces of equipment do you guys have to be able to handle this?
Currently we have over 45 pieces of equipment that we use.
And will people be on staff 24/7 throughout the storm to be able to operate the equipment?
They will start tomorrow at 6 p.m. and we will be here until we're back to normal conditions.
Are you expecting major disruptions?
We're not expecting major disruption based upon the forecast. We are expecting that we'll have snow and ice that we'll have to deal with, but it's something that they've trained for. We have the equipment, we have the material, so we think that we are ready to ensure we have the best operation.
You're one of the people in charge of emergency management here at the airport. Can you talk about a little bit about the preparation you've done with all the partners, the airlines, and the different stakeholders here?
Yeah, we meet weekly and now daily to discuss what the weather and the impacts will be, and we get what their plans are. So we have one coordinated plan that includes our airlines, our federal partners, our facility operators, anybody that has any operation at the airport, including concessionaires. We're coordinating with them to ensure that they're ready and that they have all the resources they need for responding to this incident.
What message do you have for travelers who might be traveling this weekend who have concerns?
Continue to monitor your airline's information to ensure that you have the latest on that. And if you are traveling to the airport, be careful coming to the airport and know that flights may be canceled. So just be aware of the conditions and be aware of instructions from your airlines.
What's in that? Is that a brine truck or is that like antifreeze, or what's in the tank? Do you know?
That's de-icing fluid, so
Yes.
they'll put that down to try to prevent ice from forming right away.
And so is this the order it goes on the runways, or how does it work? Can you walk us through a little bit?
So that equipment goes out first, and then that goes out before we actually get any precipitation. Then later when we start to get it, you'll see these vehicles going out. We have snow and ice on the ground. The scraper and the broom goes out, and then after that, we have trucks that will come to brush it off to the side and then try to blow it off the runway so that we keep it as clear as possible, as long as possible.
Anything else you want to say? Anything about the preparation that we didn't get to ask you about that you would want people at home to know? Obviously, the world's busiest airport. You guys have a lot of stuff to make sure it stays open. A lot of stuff to do to make sure it stays open.
Yeah, our teams are dedicated to ensuring that we have the best operation to make sure we have the safest airport as possible. So really proud of the team and what they're doing, the training that they've undergone, and their capabilities to handle this operation.
I just have one more question. We're on like one of the de-icing pads.
Right.
So where are we, and how do the airlines utilize this to be able to, while you guys are working on the runways, how do you utilize this area, or how do they utilize this area to make sure their planes are safe?
So this is called Ramp 33. It's a de-icing pad to where aircraft pull in, they actually get de-iced, then they go to the taxiway to be able to hit the runways. So before they hit the runways, take off, they come here, get de-iced, and then get in line and queue, hit the runways and take off.